Imagine walking up to an ATM. You insert your bank card. You enter your PIN. Within just a few seconds, the machine begins to make a series of clicking and whirring sounds. Then, almost like magic, the exact amount of money you requested appears in the cash slot. Not one note too many. Not one note too few. Whether you ask for $10, $100, or even $1,000, the ATM somehow knows exactly how many banknotes to give you. But have you ever stopped to think about how it does this? How can a machine count money so quickly without making mistakes? How does it know whether a banknote is real or fake? How does it separate one note from another when hundreds or even thousands of notes are stored inside the machine? And what happens if two notes stick together? Today, we are going inside one of the world's most amazing everyday machines. We will discover how an ATM stores cash, counts every banknote, checks for errors, and uses advanced technology to deliver exactly the amount of money you ask for. By the end of this documentary, you will understand why every successful ATM transaction is the result of thousands of tiny electronic decisions happening in just a few seconds. Welcome to Raymap's Discovery, the channel where we explore amazing technology, incredible inventions, science, engineering, and the fascinating ideas that are changing our world. If you enjoy documentaries like this one, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your friends and family. Your support helps us create more documentaries about the technology we use every day. Now, let's discover what really happens inside an ATM. ATM stands for Automated Teller Machine. It is like a small bank that works without a cashier. Instead of speaking to a bank employee, you interact with a computer. The ATM can allow you to withdraw cash, check your account balance, transfer money, print a receipt, and in many countries, even deposit cash. Although it looks simple from the outside, the inside of an ATM is filled with electronic parts, sensors, motors, computers, and secure storage systems. Every part has one important job. They all work together to make sure every transaction is accurate and safe. The moment you press the withdraw button, the ATM does not immediately start counting money. First, it must make sure you are allowed to withdraw that amount. The ATM sends an encrypted message through a secure network to your bank. The bank checks your account. It confirms that your card is valid. It checks your PIN. It checks your account balance. It also checks whether there are any security problems. If everything is correct, the bank sends an approval back to the ATM. Only then does the machine begin preparing your cash. This whole process usually takes only a few seconds. Inside every ATM is a very strong safe made from thick steel. This safe protects the money from thieves, fire, and damage. Only authorized bank technicians can open it. Inside the safe are containers called cash cassettes. Think of a cash cassette as a storage box for banknotes. Each cassette normally contains only one denomination of money. For example, one cassette may hold $10 notes. Another may contain $20 notes. Another may store $50 notes. Keeping different banknotes in separate cassettes makes it easier for the ATM to count the exact amount requested. Each cassette can hold hundreds or even thousands of banknotes. The money is carefully stacked in neat piles. Large springs or moving plates gently push the stack upward so that the top banknote is always ready to be picked. This is one of the most interesting parts of the machine. The ATM cannot simply grab a handful of money. It must pick only one banknote at a time. To do this, the machine uses special rubber rollers. These rollers rotate very carefully. As they turn, they pull only the top banknote from the stack. The rollers are designed to create just enough friction to move one note without pulling several notes together. This process happens very quickly. Each note is picked one after another until the requested amount has been prepared. For example, if you ask for $100 using $20 notes, the ATM must successfully pick 5 separate banknotes. Banknotes are made from paper or polymer. After being used many times, they can become slightly bent, dirty, or sticky. Sometimes two notes may stick together. If the ATM gave both notes by mistake, you would receive more money than you requested. To prevent this, the ATM uses special sensors. These sensors measure the thickness of every banknote as it moves through the machine. If two notes are traveling together, they will be thicker than a single note. The ATM immediately detects this. Instead of sending those notes to you, the machine removes them from the normal path. They are placed into a special reject compartment inside the ATM. The machine then tries again with another banknote. This helps ensure that only one note passes through at a time. Many people think the ATM counts money after it reaches the cash slot. That is not how it works. The ATM counts every banknote while it is moving through the machine. As each note passes through, it moves between several electronic sensors. Some sensors use light. Others use infrared technology. Some use tiny mechanical switches. Every time one banknote passes, the sensors detect it instantly. The computer increases the count by one. One note, two notes, three notes, four notes. The counting happens automatically and extremely fast. Because the sensors work with great precision, mistakes are very rare. The computer knows exactly how many notes have passed through the machine at every moment. If the number does not match the amount requested, the ATM immediately stops the transaction and checks for a problem before giving out any cash. Counting the number of notes is only part of the job. The ATM must also know the value of each note. Remember, different cassettes contain different denominations. The ATM already knows which cassette is holding each type of banknote. If you request $60, the computer calculates the best combination. It may choose three $20 notes, or it may choose one $50 note and one $10 note, depending on how the machine has been programmed and which banknotes are available. The computer performs this calculation almost instantly. It always tries to use the available cash efficiently so that the ATM can continue serving many customers before it needs to be refilled. Behind every movement inside the ATM is a powerful computer. It controls the motors. It reads information from the sensors. It communicates with your bank. It keeps track of every banknote. It records every transaction. It checks for errors. It also monitors the health of the machine itself. If a motor is not working properly, or if a sensor reports a problem, the computer can stop the transaction immediately to prevent mistakes. Every movement inside the ATM is carefully controlled. Nothing is left to chance. That is why these machines can perform thousands of transactions every week while maintaining a very high level of accuracy. The ATM also needs to make sure that every banknote it gives out is genuine. Banks do not want damaged or counterfeit notes to be given to customers. To help prevent this, modern ATMs are equipped with several types of sensors. Some sensors use visible light. Others use infrared light. Some use ultraviolet light. As each banknote moves through the machine, these sensors scan different parts of the note. They look for special security features that are built into genuine banknotes. These may include security threads, watermarks, invisible ink, special printing patterns, and reflective strips. Each country's banknotes have their own security features. The ATM has been programmed to recognize these features. If a banknote does not match the expected pattern, the machine does not use it. Instead, it moves the note into a separate reject compartment inside the ATM. This helps ensure that customers receive only genuine banknotes. The ATM also checks the condition of every note. A banknote that is badly torn, folded, or damaged can cause problems when it passes through the machine. The sensors inspect each note as it travels along the rollers. If a note is too damaged, the ATM removes it from the normal path and places it into the reject compartment. This prevents the machine from becoming jammed and helps customers receive clean, usable cash. One of the biggest problems an ATM can face is a cash jam. Just as a printer can sometimes jam when paper sticks together, an ATM can also experience a jam if banknotes do not move correctly through the rollers. When this happens, the sensors immediately detect that something is wrong. The computer stops the transaction before the money reaches the customer. The ATM records exactly where the problem occurred. Later, a trained technician opens the machine, removes the jammed notes, checks that all the money is accounted for, and repairs the machine if necessary. This is one reason why ATMs sometimes display a message saying they're temporarily out of service. It does not always mean the ATM has run out of money. Sometimes it simply needs maintenance. Security is another important part of every ATM. Inside the machine are many electronic systems that constantly protect both the cash and the customer's information. The safe is protected by heavy steel and high-security locks. Many ATMs also have sensors that detect if someone is trying to force the safe open. If an attack is detected, the ATM can automatically lock itself and send an alert to the bank's security center. Many machines also have security cameras that record every transaction. These cameras help banks investigate theft or fraud if something unusual happens. The ATM also protects your bank card and your personal information. When you enter your PIN, the numbers are encrypted. Encryption means changing the information into a secret code that cannot easily be read by criminals. The encrypted information travels through secure banking networks until it reaches your bank. Even if someone intercepted the data, they would not be able to understand it without the correct security keys. Another interesting part of an ATM is the receipt printer. After your transaction is complete, the computer sends information to a small thermal printer inside the machine. Unlike ordinary printers that use ink, many ATM printers use heat to print words on a special paper. This makes the printer faster, quieter, and more reliable. The receipt usually shows the amount withdrawn, the date and time of the transaction, and sometimes the remaining account balance. Many modern ATMs can also accept cash deposits. These machines are even more advanced. Instead of only giving out money, they can also count money that customers deposit. When you insert banknotes into a deposit ATM, the machine pulls them inside one by one. Others allow customers to withdraw money without using a bank card at all. Instead, customers use a secure code generated on their mobile banking app. Some ATMs even allow people to speak with a live bank employee through a video screen if they need assistance. As technology continues to improve, ATMs are becoming faster, more secure, and more convenient than ever before. Although withdrawing cash may seem like a simple task, it is actually the result of many advanced technologies working together. Powerful computers, precision motors, sensitive electronic sensors, secure communication networks, advanced software, carefully designed mechanical systems. Every one of these parts must work perfectly to complete a single transaction that usually takes less than 1 minute. The next time you use an ATM, you may hear the quiet sound of the rollers turning and the motors moving inside the machine. Those sounds are much more than simple mechanical noises. They are the sound of hundreds of carefully designed parts working together with incredible precision. Inside the machine, sensors are checking every banknote. The computer is making decisions in a fraction of a second. The motors are moving the money through different paths. The rollers are separating one note from another. Every movement is carefully monitored to make sure the transaction is accurate and secure. All of this happens so quickly that most people never notice the amazing technology working behind the scenes. To many people, an ATM is simply a machine that gives out money. But in reality, it is a highly advanced combination of mechanical engineering, electronics, computer science, software, and banking technology. Every successful transaction is the result of years of research, careful design, and constant testing by thousands of engineers and banking experts around the world. Without these technologies, modern banking would be much slower and far less convenient. The next time you withdraw cash from an ATM, you will know that the machine is doing far more than simply counting banknotes. It is identifying each note, checking its condition, communicating securely with your bank, recording every transaction, and making hundreds of decisions in just a few seconds to ensure everything is correct. It is one of the most advanced machines that millions of people use every day without ever seeing the incredible technology hidden inside. Thank you for watching this documentary. If you enjoyed learning how an ATM counts money automatically and would like to discover the technology behind many other machines we use every day, don't forget to subscribe to Raymap's Discovery. Like this video and share it with your friends and family. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next documentary.